Well, hello. Today I am going to show you how to create a simple PowerPoint presentation. I am putting on a presentation for fourth graders talking about how to write a personal narrative. So here I am in my PowerPoint Microsoft operation. I will click on blank presentation. And I see my PowerPoint toolbar here. This is what I'll be using to create my PowerPoint slide presentation. So my title slide, I am going to entitle it, What is a Personal Narrative? All right, I can make this slide look much more fun and interesting by highlighting my text and changing the color of my text here. I think I'm going to change it to red. I can change the size of my font. Right now, default is 60. I'm going to make it really big, 88. And I always like to change my font style and find something that is a little bit more fun. Now you can see that this is not centered on my slide. So I can select it and move it down. With my mouse right here, I can just move it down. And this is what my slide, when it is shown in the slideshow format, will look like. What is a personal narrative? I also like to change the background so it's not just white. We can go into the Design tab. There are many pre-formulated designs. I don't like these as much. I really like to work with my individualized, customized format background. So I'm just going to go back to home, and I always right click in the upper right corner because my mouse needs to not be inside any box. I right click, I select format background, I have a menu that appears on the right, and I can choose things like, for instance, gradient. And I can pick a color if I want. And I will pick, I can go into more colors, and I will pick something about here and click OK. And that's what it looks like. What is a personal narrative? Okay, that's my first slide, my title slide. I will select now on my toolbar, New Slide. I will click that. And I have a template of what I can select. For the rest of my presentation, I will be working with the title and content slide. So I will select it, and here it is. On my actual presentation, it looks blank. But now this is my workspace. So I'm going to have two slides that describe what a personal narrative is. So on this slide, I will be writing that a personal narrative tells a true story about your life. All right, again, I can change this text. I always think different colors, different sizes, different fonts just makes the slides more interesting. I am going to keep this same font, and I am going to, at this point, change the color. All right. Now, again, I can move this box down a little so it's more centered in my slide. Okay, at this point, I'm going to insert an image. So I have my 6 faded icons here. I can click on one of these to insert something, or I can go to my Insert tab and select what I would like to insert. I prefer to keep this at home, and I use my icons here. This is Insert Video. Here we have Insert an Online Picture. So I'm going to click that. And I have a library full of pictures to choose from. Okay, I am going to choose people. We're going to tell a true story. This is a picture just showing a true story about something about me. So I can just go down here and pick one. A true story. I click on the picture. You can pick any picture. I just think this one's fun. I click Insert. my picture appears here. I can size my picture down by hovering over the circles on the corner. I can click and drag and make it a little smaller. Some pictures from online have a privacy notice. And when I'm able to, I like to delete these. And I do that by clicking inside the box and just backspacing. So I have my slide that says a personal narrative tells a true story about your life. Again, I can choose to format my background. Right now we're on format shape because that's what's highlighted on my screen. So I need to left click up here on the corner, and now I'm at my format background. Again, I prefer the gradient fill, and I like to keep the same color theme. So here's a new slide with a meaningful content about what a personal narrative is. Now I go and insert another new slide. Again, title and content. The second content area I want to talk about before we go into the actual specifics of how to write a personal narrative is I want to tell my students that a personal narrative tells the story from your point of view. Okay, so again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to change my font with my size, with my color. Oh, I think I'll go to green. And again, with my style. Okay, in this slide, I want to insert a hyperlink. And a hyperlink, again, is a word or phrase in your document that you can hover over or click on with your mouse, and it will take you directly to a website with information. So the phrase that I want to use for my hyperlink is point of view. So I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to highlight point of view. Then I will go into my Insert tab and click where it says Link. I will click that. Now I have my Insert Hyperlink box in front of me. My text to display, that will actually be my hyperlink, is point of view. I need to add the URL to the address bar, and I have already found a website that does a great job of explaining what it means to write from your point of view or first person. So I'll go to the web. Here is my website that I've already found. I will click and drag. I will click and drag over my address. I will copy it. Control C. Back to my taskbar, I go to PowerPoint. And in my address URL box, I'm going to copy it. And then I will click OK. Now you will see on my slide that point of view is blue with an underline. So all I need to do is Control click. It tells me right here, Control click to follow link, Control click. And here it is. Of course, you need to scroll down the page to see the information that I have highlighted in terms of first person. Okay, so that is how you add a hyperlink to a slide presentation. Again, I want to insert a picture because, again, I think pictures are fun. I want to find a picture of a student speaking because we're talking about your point of view. So I'm going to type in my search box, picture of student speaking. And we're going to see some different images that come. And then I'm just going to pick one that I like. And I think I like this one. So I'm going to, let's find a different one. Normally it doesn't take this long to find a picture, but I really wanted to find a good one to share with, to make it interesting for the students to see. So I'm just going to click this one. Again, same thing that's going to happen. I can resize my picture by hovering over the circles. Again, I'm going to take away my privacy link, and I'm just going to make my picture a little bigger. Stretch it out. And again, format my background, gradient fill. All right, so far in my PowerPoint, I have told what it is about, and I have given 2 specific points about what a personal narrative is. Now we move into how do you write a personal narrative. So again, every slide I do, I'll be doing the same steps. New slide, title and content. Okay, the first step in writing a personal narrative is brainstorming. So I have found a set of 7 episodes on YouTube doing an outstanding job communicating how to write a personal narrative. So here I'm going to click on my insert video icon, and I'm going to find this video on YouTube. So here's my YouTube box. I'm going to search YouTube folder, episode 1, personal narrative. And here it is, brainstorming. So I will click on this and click insert. And here it is. So again, I'm going to resize my box so that this is the actual screen that will show the video. And here it is. I'm not going to change the background or the font on these next slides because my focus here is the actual video. Notice I cannot play it now, but I can up here on my toolbar click play. And I can click play right here. But we won't listen to all of it now. Okay? Now, back again to my home page. We're going to be following this set of directions now for quite some time. So, new slide, title and content. The second step. In writing a personal narrative is to make a plan. Now again, I'm just showing you how to create the PowerPoint. In doing this lesson and going over it with students, we would of course watch the video and then pause the PowerPoint presentation for the students to actually do the task of brainstorming. So again, go to my insert video, search YouTube, episode 2, personal narrative, and it says right here, making a plan. I will click that, insert, and size my box so that my video will show in the full screen. Okay. So you can see this is the pattern that we're going to follow. New slide, title, and content. The third step in writing a personal narrative is to make the introduction. And this part for students is challenging. Episode 3, personal narrative. So I like that these videos really give some good